guys, welcome back to the channel for another cook, another nighttime cook, cold one, so we're huddled up pretty close to the barbecue. But we're doing teriyaki chicken. This is a nice simple cook. It's pretty fast. I have everything spread out here because it's going to be quite a quick cook. We're going to do the chicken grilled. Now, most recipes you look up will do the chicken in the pan and then they'll make the sauce up in the pan. But we're not doing it that way. So we're going to make the sauce up separate. We're going to grill the chicken because teriyaki, the yaki part of it, actually means grilled in Japanese. Or at least that's what I've been told. So we're going to grill it over the coals and then add it in and do the sauce and the veggies and stuff as well. So for chicken, we are using boneless chicken breasts. I've cut them into sort of large chunks. I wanted them smaller. I didn't want to grill the whole chicken breast and cut them up. I want to have pieces that I can grill that won't fall through the grates, so they're still a decent size and I can turn them, cook them pretty fast, get a little bit of colour and a little bit of flavour on there, and then get them into that sauce. So I'm going to add this. This is 4 chicken breasts. I'll plop that into the tray. First thing I want to do is actually drizzle them with some oil. So this is the hickory smoked oil from Brighter Gold, so add a little bit of that smoky flavour to it. That will act twofold. It'll stop it sticking to the actual grates, plus it will help the rub stick there and get nicely coated in it. So toss that around and spread it out. Now's where we're breaking with tradition. This is the salt and pepper rub from Smokey Carter. It is a Chinese spice rub, not Japanese. But there are some very similar flavours in there, so I thought it might go well with it. There's soya in there, there's red pepper, there's chili, a little bit of garlic, so it does fit the profile. So we're going to give it a light dusting of that, and most of our flavour is going to come from that sauce. This is just to give it a little bit of flavour while it's cooking. So I'll get rid of the glove, don't need that anymore. We'll let our chicken sit to the side for a second just to soak up those flavours. Then we need to talk about the sauce. So once again, all about being prepared. I want to make the sauce ahead of time. Grab yourself a bowl. We're going to start off with dark soya sauce, and there's about 130 mils of that going in. Next up then, we have white wine vinegar. That's about 100 mils of white wine vinegar in. Okay, now this is sesame oil. There's about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So add that in. Now for the sweetness, I have, okay, it's a bit cold out here. It's nearly solidified. Runny honey, not so runny honey. Got it. It's about 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons maybe of runny honey. And for an extra little bit of sweetness in, we're going brown sugar. So it's only about 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And the next thing is garlic and ginger. About 2 cloves of garlic and about 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger. So go ahead, drop that in. And then the last thing is a couple of teaspoons of cornflour. That's just going to help thicken the sauce once we add it in. So with all of that in, we can give everything a mix. Try and dissolve that honey down a bit. Once you've that mixed, just set that to the side. We're going to add that into the skillet once we add the chicken back in and once we've cooked our veg. So that is ready to go. Our veg are all prepped, so I'll set that to the side for now. And it's time, I think, to cover myself in soya sauce. Okay, so it's time to get to cooking. So if I pop the lid of the Kamado Joe, I've already got it fired up. I've a good bed of coals in the bottom. Nice heat. Sit with the lid open all night. I'm going to put our skillet on to preheat because we're going to do the veggies in the skillet, then the chicken and the sauce will actually go back into that. Right, so nice hot fire. Let's get the chicken on. And just place it around the skillet, plenty of room. The chicken's cut up into nice small pieces so we can manage it okay. And we're cooking on the highest level, so not an extreme heat. There's a nice fire down there, but because we're far enough away from the coals, we're not cooking it at an intense searing temperature. So once that's all on then, we just let it go. It is pretty thin, keep an eye on it. We don't want to walk away and leave this for too long, but we want to keep moving it around to get a nice colour on it. Then we're going to lift it off and we're going to get the veggies sorted out. Of course, grab your trusty old thermopan. We want to keep an eye on it. We want to cook these to a temperature of 72 degrees. They're going to be added into the sauce and simmered for a little bit anyway, so they will continue to cook then. but they're not going to take that long, so do keep an eye on them. All right, as our last couple of pieces of chicken are just finishing off, I'm going to add the veggies into the skillet. So this is, again, sesame oil. I'm just going to add a little bit into the skillet and then go in with our veggies. Give them a mix around in the oil. I want to soften those for a few minutes before we go in with the sauce and the chicken. So check these ones. Yep, 72 on that one. 75. 74. Yep, it was good to go. So we lift them last few bits off. Bring the skillet down a bit closer. So the chicken, we're going to add it back in a few minutes, so don't need to cover it or anything. It will stay warm enough, even though it's pretty cold out here. Again, we're not looking to cook these all the way through. We just want to get a bit of colour on them. So we've got full red bell pepper and a green bell pepper. And I do have one other thing I'm going to throw in towards the end, but we don't want to put it in just yet. Our peppers have spread it down nicely. I think we can go in with our chicken again. Smell instantly hits you in the nose. Unreal. And now our sauce. Again, this should glaze the chicken nicely. So just pour the sauce over. Just start to toss the chicken and the veg around. So we just need to let that bubble simmer. The sauce will gradually thicken up, become nice and sticky. Every now and again we'll go in, give it a toss around just to make sure the chicken is constantly getting coated in the glaze. Already smells amazing. So we'll let that bubble away. The only other thing I do have is some tender stem broccoli, which I've just sort of blanched in boiling water. So it's pretty much cooked all the way through. I'm just going to throw it in right at the very end. I don't want it to sit in there for too long. Most definitely time to eat. I'm so hungry. This smells incredible. So from the last time we dropped off, we'll let that sauce simmer down for a little bit with the chicken in it until it started to become sticky, and you can kind of see that glaze building up on the outside of the chicken. Don't cook it all the way down because you do want it to be a sauce. Then we add it in the tender stem broccoli right at the end, just to reheat through. Again, it was already cooked, so I don't want to overdo it. But after that then we just served it up. A little bit of rice. We have a bit of green onion, a few sesame seeds over the top, just to make it look pretty. The smell alone is amazing. So I'm gonna dive in, grab a piece, give it a try. Oh, so good. A bit of broccoli, a red pepper, a little bit of rice. Oh, that was cheating. Here goes. Man, that's so nice. I don't think it traditionally has it, but I think it's missing a little bit of heat. A little bit of chili or something in there would be quite nice. Let's say there's not that much coming through from the rub that we cooked in the chicken, heat wise. I can definitely get a little hint of the Chinese 5 spice in there, but the sweetness of that teriyaki sauce It's so good. Incredible. Okay, you guys know by now what to do if you want the recipe. So if you enjoy cooks like this and you want to support the channel, click the join button down below to become a channel member, and you'll become part of our monthly food challenges where anything could come up and we have to go and try and find a recipe and cook it. So we'll be cooking food from all over the world. Other than that, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next video.